Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you clicking on that video as always. And we are back with another Weekly Wears video. And I want to say this is the 70th episode of my Weekly Wears. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the 70th, which is crazy. I've been doing this 70 straight weeks. I don't think I've missed a week. You guys seem to like this content and I like doing this content. So if it's content that you want to see like this, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. We are almost to 7,000 subscribers. So I'm truly humbled by that. I appreciate it so damn much. And I just love making these videos and I'm in a total awe that you guys like to come back and watch them. So thank you so much. But without further ado, let's jump right into it. Sunday was Father's Day. So the fragrance that I wore on Sunday was from the Providence Perfume Company, and it is unnamed. And the reason this is unnamed is because my lovely wife, my amazing better half, actually had a fragrance made just for me. She actually got me a gift card there a couple years back, and I went and made my own fragrance, which was such an incredible experience. It was a lot of fun. And she actually went back and made one herself just for me for Father's Day, which was just, I was blown away by that, and it meant a lot to me. But to be honest, I couldn't wait to get my nose on what she had come up with. And I have to tell you guys, this stuff is so good. Let me just read some of the notes from this. I just texted her to ask her exactly what was in it. So she told me there's musk. And again, from top to bottom, I don't know in what specific order these are in, but this is what she sent me. Musk, cedarwood, vetiver, tomato leaf, cedrat, lavender, bergamot, and pink pepper. And what I get from this, so Providence Perfume Company, they're like 40 minutes from me. They're in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. They actually specialize in providing perfume materials for the novice perfumer. So you can actually order supplies, essential oils, absolutes directly from their website, beakers, whatever you need to make your own fragrance. Or you can schedule an appointment. If you're in the area, you can schedule an appointment with them, go, and they walk you through the process. It's, as I said, it's amazing. If you're passionate about fragrance, I recommend anyone in the area to try them out. It was a lot of fun, and it's just what's left is a creation that you came up with their help, and it's just really cool, and they have their own fragrances as well. They're dealing with mostly natural, so again, perfumer's alcohol. The longevity is not going to be beast mode here, but the smell itself, the quality of these fragrances is just second to none. That's how good the authentic smelling they are. When I smelled this on my skin, I get a lot of the tomato leaf. It's very herbaceous and green, but that musk and the lavender, it's just super masculine, clean smelling, signature scent type fragrance. I'm shocked that she was able to come up with this. I shouldn't say it like that. Not that she couldn't, but I was just so impressed by this, and one of the best gifts I've ever received. They give it to you in this, your own sort of decant here with their sticker, and they log they basically log the formula on their end. So if you ever wanted to go back and get more, you could. And it's just, they are offering an amazing service there for people that love fragrance. So one of the best gifts I've ever received. And I just want to thank my wife for making this for me. So this will be getting where this summer, but incredible stuff. Providence Perfume Company. Doesn't have a name yet. So Monday was my daughter's actual birthday. So I wore Zaharoff's Signature Coco Loco on the day that we had her party, and then Monday was her actual birthday, and I let her pick my fragrance. And of course she picked one that I had worn the week prior, but I'm glad she picked this one because the type of day we were having, it called for a scent like this. Scent I'm talking about is Carolina Herrera's 212 Men. Now this stuff, man. And honestly, I didn't want to waste. I didn't spray the one that my wife made because I didn't want to waste any. But this, I mean, what can I say that hasn't been said already about this one? It's incredible. It's so damn good. What I think is sneaky about this one is the longevity, the performance of it. This lasts all day on me. It's the perfect office scent. It's the perfect subtle, clean, masculine, borders like aromatic fougere, but with this sort of sweeter lavender and soapy feel. It's just so good and classic. This is an oldie but goodie. This has been around for a while, but at this point, it's a classic unto itself. I hope they never discontinue this. I hope this continues to be made and continues to be sort of widely available, because one thing that has not suffered with this one, at least my batch here and what I have, is performance. Stunning performance for a relatively fresh and clean fragrance. So love this one the day my daughter picked it out for me. Carolina Herrera, 212 Men. So last week I talked about another fragrance from this particular house as not being my favorite fragrance from the house. This one is my favorite. The scent I am talking about is Missoni Parfum Pour Homme. And I've used a ton of this stuff. It's incredible. I absolutely love this scent. Gets compared to Bleu de Chanel. I understand the comparisons. It doesn't have that incensey note to this. So the day I wore this, oh man, I might have sprayed too much. This thing is a monster performer. It truly is. It lasts all day long. It also projects excellent. So I remember getting a compliment on this one a couple of years ago, and the reason why that compliment stood out to me was because she initially thought, the girl that was working at the restaurant thought I was wearing Dior Sauvage. So I can kind of get, it has that peppery sweetness here, that typical blue style fragrance, but I just really like this one because it's a combination of something like a Bleu de Chanel and Dior Sauvage and kind of being its own thing. And for the price and presentation, magnetic cap, you really can't beat this. This is probably my favorite blue fragrance at this price point, around $40. I'll be sure to link it down below. Incredible scent, definitely better than Wave in my opinion. So if I'm reaching for something in the summertime, I'm more likely going to want to reach for this. I do like Wave, don't get me wrong. I still like Wave, but this is my favorite. Missoni Parfum Pour Homme. On Wednesday, reached for probably the best cheapie that I've picked up at the rack store in the last year. And one of you guys actually commented on it on my last rack store haul video. You probably saw it in the footage at the rack, and you said, don't sleep on that one. And I said, I have it, and I absolutely love it. Scent I'm talking about is Zegna Intenso. Armani Code. A little fruitier, a little less Tonka heavy, but it reminds me so much of Armani Code, but I love this stuff and it lasts. It's actually a really good performer. I sprayed fairly heavy the day I wore it and I put it on my clothes. It's just that signature Tonka. There's some fruitiness here. There's a little bit of sweetness. It's really versatile. You can kind of wear this in any season. For me, I think the best time to wear this would be probably in the fall. I don't know. There's something sort of uplifting about it. Reminds me of the fall season. Just kind of transitioning from oppressive heat from the summer, and that cooler weather, that crisp air starts to come in. That's where I picture this being used for me the most. And it, again, has that clean lavender in here, and just, it's a really nice, masculine, familiar DNA that's always going to work. One of those ones that will probably get positive attention. You may get a compliment or two on this one. And it's under $20. I mean, you really can't beat the price on this one. Amazing cheapie that I found at the rack store. Don't pass by Zegna Intenso. If you see it, love this one. Zegna Intenso. So this next one I did pick up on my last rack store haul. And, to say I was disappointed, I wasn't expecting much and I didn't get much. Scent I'm talking about is Lacoste Match Point. Now, I did give this a full wear. You guys have been crystal clear in the comments about which one is your favorite from this particular line. And a lot of you guys mentioned the cologne. This is green, herbaceous. It has some fruitiness to it. For me, though, it's just synthetic up front. One of you guys asked a fantastic question in the comments of that last video. What do I mean by synthetic? Like, is it the sourness I was getting? Well, in this case, the syntheticness comes across like a chemical. When I say synthetic in a good way, I'm more speaking to like a dryer sheet. You know, it's a little fuzzy, but it smells clean. It just doesn't smell like an authentic fruit or vegetable or wood or anything like that. It just comes across synthetic, but it's pleasant. This is an unpleasant synthetic. So again, it smells like a chemical. It doesn't smell like something that would belong in a perfume. Luckily, that doesn't last that long in this one. So after I let it settle down, it gets far better. It's just not something that I would find myself reaching for because it is a bit generic. Typical green, safe, clean fragrance from Lacoste. Is it a bad fragrance? No, it's not a bad fragrance. It's just not something that I would recommend. And on top of that, longevity wasn't great, which I wasn't expecting much. It's an EDT concentration and it's a fairly fresh scent. So a little disappointed in this one, but now I must try the cologne because you guys have talked so highly of it. There is an eau de parfum that I guess drastically improves on the EDT as well. So, you know, hopefully I can try both of those in the future. Match Point from Lacoste. This was the other fragrance that I picked up in that rack store haul. And as I always say, I wear them. I want to wear them even if I don't like them on initial wearing, because I think it's unfair to just make a sort of blanket statement on a fragrance without actually putting it through its paces a bit. And in most cases, I would even prefer to wear it more than just one day. But for the sake of just giving my initial thoughts on a scent, I like to cover them in the follow-up weekly wears video. So scent I'm talking about now is Presence from Mont Blanc. This was a major disappointment for me because this, number one, it has teal colored juice and it's almost a warm, spicy holiday type fragrance. The sweetness in here, I just love up top. And then it starts to transition, and it transitions really quickly. It goes really woody. It retains some of that creaminess from the sandalwood in here. The cinnamon is faint. It's remnants of cinnamon that's left and will remind you of something similar to like a shave foam. It just really fades quickly, and I want to say this one is reformulated. I know that Mont Blanc has changed their bottles. So typically in the older bottles, you would see Mont Blanc written here is 2 words with the logo. And then here it's just a single word across the bottom. So this, my guess is that this is a newer batch of Presence. Some of you guys love the scent. And as I said, it's not the scent that it bothers me. It's just the lack of longevity on my skin. And maybe it's just my skin, but for me, this is an easy pass only because now I know the performance, and I can't recommend something that only smells good for 5 minutes. So, and not that the dry down's bad, but I could barely pick up the dry down. So I was massively disappointed in this one. If there's anything that smells like this that performs really well, let me know in the comment section down below, because I love the opening on this and I wish it just lasted longer. Mont Blanc Presence. Finally, on Saturday, I reached for this Aventus / Hashivat combo, clone war, whatever you want to call it. Supremacy Not Only Intense from Afnan. And when I did a first impressions of this, once I received it in from Kingdom Fragrance, and you guys can grab it from Kingdom Fragrance, I want to say as of right now, I will link it down below. Nice atomizer on this as well. It will remind you of Aventus, but it doesn't. It goes another direction. It has more oak moss in here. The fruitiness is not that pineapple fruitiness. It's a little different. There's more lemon here, but it's nice, and I really like this fragrance. I think if you're going for a straight up Aventus clone, this may not even be the one that I would grab. And I know this one is considered an Aventus clone. It will remind you of Aventus, but I haven't smelled Hashivat yet, so I can't say it's a direct clone of that either. So I'm treating this as its standalone fragrance. Performs really well. It dries down to this really nice musk that lasts forever on my skin anyways. It sits close to the skin, but it lasts a long time. This is a versatile scent. You're going to get positive attention from it. You can wear it to the office. You can wear it out at night with friends. It's that versatile. So yeah, it's really well blended. It doesn't smell synthetic. It doesn't smell cheap. It's an inexpensive fragrance. It's less expensive than Club de Nuit Intense Man limited edition Parfum, but they are different fragrances, and I've compared the two in other videos. But yeah, this one, really happy to have this in the collection. I think this has a place in my collection, and it doesn't remind me enough of my Aventus to say that it's redundant or I would rather just wear Aventus. This is kind of its own thing that I like quite a bit. So my wife likes this one too as well. Supremacy, Not Only Intense from Afnan. That's all I have today, guys. As always, let me know in the comment section down below what your weekly rotation was. I love seeing what you guys are wearing. Gives me ideas as to what my next pickup might be. If you like what you saw today, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video, hit that bell notification so you are updated whenever I upload new content. But until then, have a fantastic week, and I'll see you in the next video.